Welcome, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. Welcome to, I think it is day 50 of the tip of the day. So today, the tip that I wanted to give is a little bit of an excerpt from Sadhguru's book, Karma. So he kind of differentiates that karma is not just karma, but there's something called volition. And I'll read a little bit of that chapter, what he summarizes, right? So in this, right before this section, what he's talking about is two men who are visiting a brothel. They want to go to a prostitute. They're walking, and I think I'm paraphrasing here. So one man sees a sign for a spiritual talk, and he says, he thinks in his mind that it would be better karma for him to go to the spiritual talk. And so he goes to the spiritual talk. But during the spiritual talk, his mind is constantly on the friend that is enjoying himself with the prostitute, right? And then the man that goes to the prostitute, he kind of has the thought, his mind is on the other friend, where the other friend is at the spiritual talk, and the man with the prostitute says, or thinks in his mind that wouldn't it have been great to be at a spiritual talk than be here? So this is what Sadhguru writes. Because although karma denotes action of body, mind, and energy, it is not about action alone. So karma is not about action alone. The man who went to the prostitute did not pile up as much karma as his friend because he did not make a calculation. That is so, so important. His friend, on the other hand, secretly wished he was with her, but believed that by going to the discourse, he would get one step closer to heaven. That calculation meant an acquisition of more karma. Ironically, the man who thought about how to shed karma actually ended up accumulating it. Unbelievable, is what I think. The man with the prostitute, on the other hand, was seized by a sense of the limitation of his experience. That would have impelled him in the future to seek something more. So the experience with the prostitute became a trigger for his personal growth. This story points to a common mistake. People often assume karma is only about external action. They think performing acts of charity and virtue will earn them good karma. What they never quite realize is that it is about something much subtler. Karma is much more fundamentally about volition. The reason why religious teachings all over the world are always talking about love is that the moment you become loving, you are naturally at your best in relation to others. The moment you view everyone with love, your intention is automatically inclusive. Regardless of what blunders you may commit in the name of love, the karma still does not accumulate beyond a point. So while listening to this portion of the book and reading it, I kind of got reminded of a talk that Eckhart had as well on the same way, talking about intention, right? So the talk is called Dealing with Unconsciousness. And in that talk, Eckhart says, we kind of love these vigilante movies, right? Like Batman, where Batman has like these 5 or 6 like bad people, and there's like one mega demonic figure, and then he's out there and he kills them. So what Eckhart says is, while we are watching that movie, if we get that sensation within us, the same thing, the volition, right, within us, that he should go kill him, he should go kill him, yes, he should go kill him. And how many times in these movies, like if you are at a movie theater, at the very end, when the vigilante wins, everybody stands up and they clap their hand, right? Like Superman, or like Star Wars, or something like that. So what Eckhart says is, even that intent, and this is something we have to know, that even our intent, that he should die is creating karma. It will set, Eckhart, I love the words that Eckhart uses in that talk. Karmic law is always compensatory. So let it, it will come through. That's like the law of cause and effect is a universal law. Like our planet is, like if you listen to the New Age teachers, spiritual teachers, look at the new podcasts on YouTube or something, all of them will talk about these universal laws that govern this planet. And one of them is the law of cause and effect. So be aware of your volition. Like there is a lot of things that go wrong. So, after listening to Eckhart on that dealing with unconsciousness, I have no commentary on what's going around in politics, no commentary on what's going on in any part of the world. I just work on at the level of cause within, like helping this group or helping at the level of cause. That's it. Nothing else. If there's a mass shooting, I have no input into it, because that volition will come through. Because the moment we say he should die, and somebody will then empathize with the shooter, right? They'll say, I don't know who he grew up with, or what kind of environment he or she grew up in, and caused this action. So why create that karma? So try and make sure that every time you perform action, it is done with loving kindness and compassion. You imbue it with that, the divinity within you. You're imbuing your action whenever you perform an action, and that's it. You don't need to do anything else. You need to just leave it there, renounce the fruit of the action, and it's over. In that moment, you're enjoying that particular action, whether it is making a cup of coffee, or it is making a smoothie, or it is writing an email, or picking up the phone and calling your bank, what have you, whatever your challenges of the day are. So with that tip, that is my tip for today, that karma is not about just performing action. We may think that, and what I love, he says that, I've seen this in India a lot, like a lot of people just give, like a lot of businessmen just give charity, right? Like they become part of a charity, and everybody is saying, oh man, that guy is so great, or that person is so great. It may be a woman too. So, but we don't know what other karmas they have acted out in their life. Yeah, on the surface, it may seem that they're giving to charity, but what is the rest of their, this may be 20% of what they're doing. What are they doing 80% of their life? And that will unfold by itself. So with that tip, have a fabulous day. It is the 21st of June, 2023. We have Facebook Live today, so if y'all watch this, please join us for Facebook Live and ask your questions. Let's grow together, transform each other, and bring a planet, a new earth, as Eckhart says, right? So many blessings, much love. Thank you. Take care. Grateful for the support.